doing all right this morning, Brandon. I think they might have heard you say that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing all right. How are you, son? How are
Good
you?
morning. You know how to check. I, I'm doing
Yeah.
good. I'm doing good. Doing coffee's in there brewing. It'll be coming in here in a second. And this morning, happy it's Saturday. Happy to have another day, another chance to get it right. You know what I mean? Or to
Yeah.
learn or to love or just grateful. Woke up feeling very grateful to be
Hmm.
alive and to have another chance. So feeling good.
Yeah.
And glad it's Saturday. Glad it's the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how
Yeah.
are you? You good? You
I'm
said?
good. Huh?
I said you said you were good.
I'm doing good. Yep. Kind of the same way. Woke up, just in a very reflective state of mind, but feeling good, just embracing all the changes that I'm and thankful that I'm continuing to see. Had some kind of ups and downs yesterday, but more ups than downs. Just people and things, dealing with people, and but it's good. I had some good conversations, some not so good ones, but still very reflective. Allowed me to do some reflection and things like that. So I'm thankful, I'm grateful, I'm good, I'm here. I got my coffee. Like Brandon said, another day, another chance to live, whether I get it right or wrong, just to live and know what that means. Be thankful for what did we do, Brandon? What did you tell us to do? To just feel, not just know your heart is beating, but what does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to just put your hand up there and just feel the like they say, the dance to the beat of your own drums, but live by the beats of your heart. Because what does the word say? Guard your heart, because out of it flows the issues of your life. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say. We got to be okay with guarding our heart against people. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
that's where your issues flow from, not their issues. So stop letting people's issues become your stuff. And can I say this? Y'all, forgive me. Stop putting up with people's shit because you think that's what good people do. Now, good people call people
Mm.
out on their shit. And whatever that means. Defriend me if you want on Facebook. Like, I care. Take a friend with you. I had somebody do that.
Take
Like,
a
really?
prayer.
You think I care about you defending me on Facebook? I don't want to see you in life, really, the truth be told. But can you take a friend with you? One of your friends with you. How about that? That's where I am this
I
morning.
know
And
that.
people don't, I'm telling
I,
y'all, people don't like it when you come in the dark room and turn the light on.
I
And
know
I'm
that's
no
right,
longer okay
Mom.
with sitting up in the dark. I ain't gonna sit
You
up in the
woke up.
dark no more.
I know that's right.
Mm-mm.
I know
Turn the
that,
lights
Mom.
on, baby.
I said, "How she doing?" She said, "I'm good. I'm grateful. I'm grateful." But I ain't taking nobody shit. I like it. I like
And I'm
it.
serious.
It turned up
And
real
that's
quick.
why I'm good. That's why I'm
I
good,
know
because
that's
I
right.
stopped taking
Yeah.
people's shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the toilet. Don't come dump on me and then you get up and want me to wipe your butt and flush the toilet too and pull your pants back up. No, I'm trying to do that over here with me. I can't do you too. So, yeah, I'm good this morning. It feels
I'm
good
good.
to take care of Tammy. It feels good to make sure that I'm okay first.
Good.
Call it selfish if you want, but being you-ish don't work for me either. So I'm gonna choose selfish.
Mama dropping the bombs today, boy. Mama woke up and we thought she chose peace, but she chose
I'm
in a good
good.
way. But it's her peace.
Yes.
It's her peace because you
Yes.
know what? Would you rather be? I think these were the words of. I feel like these were the words of Tupac. Would you rather be um, at war with yourself and have
Mm.
peace with the world, or would you rather be at peace with yourself and be at war with the world?
Number two.
Number two.
Number two.
Number
I
two.
got to do number two.
I know that's what I was about to say. Number. Well, you
Yeah.
don't. So you ain't
So
taking nobody else's. No, that's
Mm-mm.
good. Though, welcome everybody. I appreciate that. We already got our daily motivation today before we even opened the book. What book is that? We'll get right to it. On this is the 115th day of the In This Season podcast, where my mother and I go through Dennis Kimbro's book, Daily Motivations for African American Success. This is how it looks. If you guys haven't gotten the book, go out there and do that. This is an amazing book, a valuable book, a potentially life changing book. And I said potentially because it's really up to you. If you let these words, motivations, encouragements, and inspirations truly inspire you, if you let them widen your scope, expand your perspective, maybe, just maybe, your provision will be expanded as well. Your knowledge and wisdom and understanding of yourself and others in the context of success, goal being success. Maybe, just maybe, if you do something for yourself, you'll get something out of it. If you plant that seed within yourself on a daily basis for affirmations, on a daily basis for encouragement and motivation, I think you would be better for it than if you didn't. So thank you all for rocking with us, for waking up, for taking the time to get up this morning and be with us, the courage to to um, to seek growth. I know that can be uncomfortable,
Mm.
but look, you made it. Look, mama, we made it, as they say, right?
Yes, that's
So,
right.
welcome, guys. A little bit about this book.
Question for you. Question for
Yeah.
you, and
Mm-hmm.
Mike. Did y'all do y'all's homework before class start? You know how school used to come to
Oh
school.
yeah,
You'd be like, man, I hope she asked for the homework at the end of the day.
yeah, yeah,
Y'all want
yeah.
to do it this morning? I mean, do you want to do it at top of the hour? Or you want to do it before we jump off?
I
Put
think maybe
those
before we, because
before.
some people didn't catch it yet. I think before we jump off,
Okay, super.
um, because I just think because for anybody that does come in or watch it, they might not know about yesterday, and we can get them their
Okay,
motivation before they go. You know,
cool beans.
maybe we'll try to keep it to 30, and then anything after 30, we can go over
Yeah,
those meals.
yeah. Let's try to do that. I got to get out of here this morning anyway, so let's try to do that.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, a little bit about this book, guys. Daily Motivations for African American Success will help you focus on the thoughts, attitudes, and deeds that will lead to the achievement of your true goals. In 365 short, powerful motivations, one for each day of the year, Dennis Kimbro, author of the popular book Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, leads us to discover how to use the present moment and our own gifts to transcend labels, how to cultivate a positive attitude, become wise enough to know when to say yes and when to say no, and to look inward for life's challenges. Each motivation begins with words of wisdom from such distinguished and celebrated African Americans as Malcolm X, Marion Wright Elderman, Whoopi Goldberg, Charlene Hunter Galt, Bill Cosby, Carl Rowan, Mother Hale, Reverend Leon Sullivan, and hundreds of others. This treasure trove of practical inspiration will give you fresh encouragement every day of the year, but what it teaches will last you a lifetime. All right, so that's a little the book, but every single day we wake up 7 a.m. Central Time. After a brief introduction and saying what's up and checking in on each other, we read a passage from this book, give you our insights, our thoughts, and then reflect about the quotes, the title, the passage itself, and the affirmation at the end, which we repeat 3 times. So we're going to get right into that and show you exactly what that looks like. If you've been here, thank you for being patient with us, because every single day we go through kind of a brief introduction. And I hope that you guys did your homework and invited somebody. I say that all the time. Invite somebody that you think. How many people out there have invited somebody? Call their name out. If you've invited somebody, put their name in the chat box. Who is it? Is it Matilda? Is it cousin Benny? Is it Shubu? Is it Shrimp? Is it Asphalt? Is it I'm naming some of the crazier of my cousins' names. Who I won't say their names are crazy. It's just their nicknames that we gave them. We all have them. So who did you invite to today's show? Let us know in the comment section. And I think maybe we should do that every day. Did you invite someone? What's their name? And let's call it out, right? So, Mom, you got anything before we jump into it?
Miss Brenda says she did her homework. She has hers. So I think she has a meal plan for us. And then you and Mike. will do the same, and they're both on saying good morning. So how about
Good
Instagram out
morning.
there? How are our peeps
Let's
out there?
see. They are doing good. Got a couple coming in.
Cool.
Are they? I just lost my little page up there. I got two screens up here for trading. Sometimes but yeah, I got a couple people, and thank y'all for rocking with us on Instagram Live. I know it's Saturday, so sometimes it gets a little slow on Saturdays because maybe people aren't going to work, but that shouldn't be the only reason that we wake up, right?
That's right. That's
Not just for work.
right.
We'll do it for
For
them
life.
to be able to do it for us, right?
Yeah.
For us, for ourselves, be selfish. You know what I mean? Be selfish.
In
All
a
right,
good
y'all. So
way.
let's jump in a good way. No, so
In a
all
good way.
selfishness
Yeah.
isn't
Right.
isn't bad,
Right.
right?
Right.
Just like solitude isn't loneliness, right?
Right.
It might look the same on the outside, but it's very, very different. The outcomes are different, right?
Right.
So let's jump right into it, y'all. Today is, and my book is falling apart, mama. Check this out. My book is falling.
Yay, no
I've been
time, because I'm mine. That's what I was like. I felt some kind of way about your book still looking kind of right, and mine looking like, what? Y'all sent
yeah.
me somebody else's book.
Yep. I got mine used. I guess you did too.
I didn't mean to, because I don't like used books. I didn't mean to.
I feel like it got somebody else's energy on it, done. No, just like
Yeah, that and just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's really mine, right?
like you see little notes in it, little scribbles or something. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
so
But
none of
look,
that.
the content is there. What was one of the quotes from maybe 2 days ago? I think it said that successful people are not dependent on favorable circumstance, right? But
Yes.
hey, you got that book, so you got the book,
And it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's for the most part. Like, it
right?
is what it is. I might have to do like this and turn my light on sometimes, but hey, I have to do that sometimes with the regular book. So a
Right.
lot of
It's
it
it's like
makes it
someone. I was saying it's like someone not saying that you're doing this, but I imagine to a bigger scale, like someone saying, complaining about their car, but the car gets them from point A
right,
to point
right,
B, right?
right,
And
right,
then you never know, you could lose the book or lose the car and be like, dang, I wish I really had my hoopty. I wish
right. Because as bad as it
I
is,
had
in
my
my opinion, I take it with me everywhere, y'all. It's in my purse, and I don't really know why at this point. I don't know, but this is like I've turned around to come back to get this book.
mm,
I don't know. I don't know why, but that's my kookiness. So regardless of what state I think it's in, and it is in bad shape. Look at the back. Look, I'm not just lying, y'all. Can you read the
oh
back
wow,
note?
wow. I see
So
that. It look
in
like
the
it's
front too. Yeah, so I'm not lying.
dang. Dang, now they really did do you dirty, but you
Yeah.
got the book.
But
Wow.
this part is good.
Um,
The inside. The
good.
inside
So that
is
means you
cool.
can. The inside is good, right? Shout out
Yeah.
to Joseph T. Joseph Triune for joining us. Best Fit guys for joining. I appreciate y'all on Instagram Live for hopping in. Joseph said, at work, y'all have a wonderful day. You wonderful day too, brother. We appreciate you for dropping through. Well, let's jump right into it. Yeah, Mo, you ready?
Hmm.
Got my coffee, y'all. Got my
All right.
coffee.
Let's tell her
Song
to
now,
bring me a
song
cup.
now. All right.
Mine is gone. Tell her to bring me a cup, please.
So all of your mother-in-law said, "Bring her a cup, please." So it's a drive, but
Yep, I'm at the
she said,
end.
"Bring her a cup." She said, "All right, she gonna get one to go." she,
Ooh.
I love my wife. She got such a sense of humor. Like it's such a unique and like novel sense of humor. You know, love that woman. So all right, y'all, let's get into it before we digress. 15 minutes to get through this passage and some insights. Right, today's May 25th. And the title for today is Dial 911. Reminds me of a Wyclef Jean song. He's
Please
called
call
911.
911.
So dial 911. These are the last digits of my number. 911.
Oh
And
my
Daryl
goodness, it sure
Stinsley.
is.
Hmm?
It sure is. I
Yeah,
have never thought
and
about
I'm
that.
Muslim too.
Yeah.
He- I told people, I said, how I'm Muslim in the last four digits of my the last three digits of my phone number is 911.
Mm.
You know, but a lot of Islamophobia and all that stuff since that day. I just thought it was weird. I was like, huh, I guess this is the emergency number right here. So, nonetheless, yeah, Dial 911 is the title of today's passage. And Daryl, who is an activist for the physically challenged, said that my daily therapy, the pain in my legs feels good. It gives me hope that one day I'll be able to walk. Again, after my daily therapy, and this is a disabled person, after my daily therapy, the pain in my legs, good. It gives me hope that one day I'll be able to walk. If you could have just one wish, what would it be? High on the list would be just give me a life without pain. However, upon a look, you may want to think twice. The following story, which ran in a local newspaper nearly 30 years ago, demonstrates the challenges associated with a life totally free of pain. Little Barbara, born in Dayton, Ohio, almost never cried. She
Mm.
didn't cry when she fell down. She didn't cry when she head. She didn't even cry when she burned her hand or cut her finger. She cried only when she was hungry or angry. Doctors soon discovered that she had a defect within her central nervous system for which there is no known cure. The child could not feel pain. Medical experts told her mother that she must constantly watch her baby in the event that Barbara might break a bone and continue to play on it before it
Mm.
could properly be set, or cut herself without knowing it, banking her banking her to make her wary of life's inadvertent dangers would do the little girl no good because she feel the spanking. Life without pain was perpetually dangerous. A life without pain is apparently not the Creator's intention. We will always experience the bumps and bruises of life. Only the abnormal never hurt. Success, by its very nature, demands a period of overcoming, a process by which we become strong in places. So, as you continue to chase your dream and you find yourself battered and bruised along the way, don't quit. Moments like these will pass. Just mentally dial 911 and replenish your soul. The affirmation for today that we read three times, for me, for you, yourself, right? You're selfish. For me, for you, and for the person that you're going to send this to. The person, put that person's name in the chat if you can, the person that you are going to send this to. But set that intention and write it down. Make it a plan, like we said, right? Um, the affirmation is I acknowledge that pain is natural and I will overcome it. I acknowledge that pain is natural and I will overcome it. And last time, it's at the bottom of your screen right there. After, no, I acknowledge the pain is natural. Mom, you got the quote up there. Okay, that's the affirmation. I acknowledge that the pain is natural and I will overcome it. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Mom, for putting all that up there. What do you think about that? What insights you got about pain or lack thereof?
Um, I didn't read this one before, so it does remind me of James, the book of James, where it talks about count it all joy, right? James 1, count it all joy. Are you looking it up for me? I thought you were looking it up. I'm sorry.
No, so I'm saying hey to me on IG, and I was just saying hey.
Okay, so after my daily therapy, the pain in my legs feels good. And what does that tell us? Like the therapy brings out more, probably more pain, but also growth, right? Afterwards.
Mhm.
Um, it brings about the kind of pain that makes this particular person or us forget about the things that we have been complaining about. Because what happens inside, how we interpret what has happened, how we interpret it internally, right, hurts more than sometimes people can say you can kick me or whatever, hit me, that heals. But the things
Mm.
you say to me that I embed internally, those are the things that I have challenges with overcoming, with having them heal. So
Mhm.
in that quote, after my daily therapy, the pain in my legs is nothing. After I deal with the issues that I'm facing internally, the pain that I feel outside they become little things, right? And that's what we mean by it's in you. It's about you, not about anyone else. And sometimes you do. I like the title. You have to call 911 for you, like what I was talking about this morning. Like,
Yeah.
no, call 911 because you're gonna need it today. You're gonna need it today.
If y'all didn't catch on what Mom said at the beginning of the show, we had a couple people just jump in. Make sure you go back at the beginning of this video and watch my mom turn up a little bit. It was Mom. I like it when you turn up. I don't know what it
You,
is, but I
you know
like it.
what,
I like it.
Brandon? I didn't tell you this, and you probably gonna be fighting mad. I had to call 911 on a guy yesterday. I called 911 yesterday. But you can tell you what I did first. I came inside to get the gun. And luckily, it was not where it was supposed to be because I was just that pissed off.
No, I know when you pull it, you shoot it.
So seriously, I didn't think about this, but I did. I had to call 911 yesterday. Tell you about that later. Um but it's y'all, it's just time to do you. Go to therapy. I know, Brandon. Don't worry about it. I it's all good. It's all good. It just
I
was
need
a day.
I need name,
No,
address,
no. I
number.
called him. No, it's fine, really. But
Nah, you know I'm gonna handle that.
no, you're not. It's all good. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. But I'm telling you, I just totally had forgotten all about that piece. That had nothing to do with what I was talking about earlier. It wasn't until I was, I guess, digging into this that I'm like, dang, you called 911 on somebody yesterday. Um, Deal with what's inside you guys. The therapy. Go to therapy. I'm serious, y'all. We have this stigma about sitting down. It's something so freeing about sitting down in front of someone who knows nothing about you, nothing about the people that you know, who you feel has caused the internal pain, right? And I'll tell you, Bellevue Baptist Church has a free, you can go there for free. One of the best, I did that a very long time ago, but that was one of the best things I could have done for myself, is to just sit before someone and share my story without any fear that it would get back to the people, right? Or I don't know, that it would be a thing, right? And that they would see me in some other kind of way other than a way of healing. I want you to heal. And that was sitting in a church. That was where I learned, it's okay to take care of yourself, right? You got all these things going on, but you're bringing it on yourself because you keep inviting these people in your life and keeping them in your life. And it's okay that they don't be in your life. And if they have to be, choose a time that they can be in your presence. And if within that time you start to feel this way, in that time. So they taught me how. That was the first time I feel I started to be taught how to take care of myself and not feel guilty about it. So that's what calling now. Not sometimes you need to call 911 on yourself. Be like, I'm not taking care of myself. I'm a people pleaser, right? I say yes
Mm.
when I really want to say no. I say no when I really want to say yes because my feelings and my emotions get in the way. The history that I have with this person gets in the way. The pain that I'm covering up inside gets in the way. So I say yes when I want to say no. I say no when I want to say yes. And then I acknowledge the pain. I acknowledge that pain is natural, but I will overcome it. And if you want to grow, you guys, like Brandon with wanting to be tall, once he found out, doctor said it's kind of like the man yesterday with the shirt, right? His shirt was too tight, so he was
Mhm.
dizzy. But once the doctor told Brandon, hey, you're just growing. You're just growing, son. You're growing. You're growing tall. And Brandon then what did he do? Embrace the pain. Mama, am I growing? Mama, am I growing? So it changed from mama, my knees hurt. Oh, funny. Oh, his was legs. Mama, my knees hurt.
Mm.
To mama, am I growing? He forgot all about the pain in the knees. So it's how we internalize it. It's what you do with what you've already internalized. Get this, know this. Trauma has become the new popular word, and I get it. But don't let the popularity of trauma keep you in trauma. Because what has happened to you or what happened to you is no longer happening to you. And if it is, it's your fault. It's your fault, right? So
Mhm.
by trauma, you're keeping it alive in you. You're keeping the experience of that trauma inside of you. And some of you may say, well, it's hard not to. Well, is it hard to keep it in you? Is it hard to keep it in you? So choose your heart. Choose your heart. So over to you, Brandon.
Mom, you done messed me up. We gonna have to talk. All right. I don't give a damn about this show. We gonna have to talk.
No, Mike, it wasn't at work. It was here at the house.
Look, me and Mike on the same tip.
So y'all
Where
is
you at?
good. I
Where you?
promise y'all, it's good.
Nah, you call the
It's
cops and
good.
you got a son and a brother over here.
I didn't call y'all first. I'm calling the cops. So if I
Okay, well,
listen,
you
trust
call
me,
me
y'all
second.
know. So y'all, no, I had to get where I was going. It was just a mess, but it's fine. Really, it's fine.
All right. Well, you
And
keep
Jim
that
Boy got it too.
oh, that's right. I mean, but also stay
Yeah.
strapped. Stay strapped.
Now that
Keep your
taught me, but I put the gun back up because I felt like if I have this gun on me and I'm to the point where I'm over stupidness, like I'm just over it, and I'm not going to argue with anybody. And I told the police if it's gonna be him or me, I'm gonna tell you who it's gonna be. It's gonna be him. I'm not waiting to nobody get up on me. I'm not waiting, and so it taught me number one, I got to put the gun back in my car. Period. And number two, y'all, I'm sorry if I pull it. I'm firing. Period. And I told the police that. I don't mean no harm between you, whatever. You're gonna be coming for a body. And it ain't gonna be mine. So I'm good. Y'all, let's keep on with this show. I don't have to call 911 today, but I did yesterday. Um, so it is what it is. If I pull
well,
it, I'm used.
y'all memorize that number 911 just in case. Um, but anyway, I I'm glad everything's okay, man. Um, but about dial 911. After my daily therapy, the pain in my legs, Daryl Stinsley, who's an activist for the physically challenged, said, it feels good. Why? Because it gives him hope that one day he might be able to walk, right? Um, Physical therapy, when people hear that word, the people that have been through it, they know they have like in most cases they have like a positive memory of it, right? But while they're going through it, they hate it, right? And so there's something about these moments of um, tribulation in a sense, and I won't say tribulation, that's a kind of a big word, but these moments of discomfort in effort to get somewhere that has a greater like a greater outcome, right? Like do what others won't do today, and you'll be able to do what others can't do tomorrow, right? Because if you don't chase the life of um, being comfortable, if you don't chase comfort, always chasing comfort, you might find success. But if you chase comfort, you inevitably will defeat yourself from immobility. You will defeat yourself from indulging in pleasures and using up your resources, right? Um, but for things like physical therapy, like I think we spoke about this yesterday, when you or the day before, when you lift weights, you're breaking down your muscles. The growth doesn't come until you feel the pain, right? Until you feel that burning sensation in your muscles. That's how you know that it's working. But you know what you're actually doing? You're breaking your muscles down. It doesn't grow until you sleep. It doesn't grow until you rest. It doesn't grow until after the point of uncomfortability, right? So like my mother said, when I was a child and I knew that the pain in my knees, the aching in my knees was just me faster than my body. I won't say faster than my body could handle it, but my body was growing. It was going through changes. And that a lot of my body. And it expressed itself as pain. But imagine not being able to feel pain. At the
Right.
little girl that was described in this passage, right? How dull would your life be? It would change the distance between the highs and the lows, right? But then again, look at the times when she did experience some type of apparent pain, right? It's when she was angry, or when she was, what was the other one? When she was angry, or what was the other one, Mom? Before
Um,
she only cried when she was hungry or angry.
hungry or angry. Okay.
Hungry or angry, or hangry, as we say today, right? Because I get hangry all the time, y'all.
Me
Don't
too.
don't let me don't let me go without a meal for too long. I ain't got enough fat on my body for that, so my body can't eat, the extra fat. But she still experienced hunger. She still experienced anger. So that means that internal pain, psychological pain, is still there no matter what. You're going to
Mhm.
feel that no matter what you do. You can live a life of pleasure. You can live a hedonist life, a nihilistic life, and you will still experience some type of internal pain, and maybe even more. Have you ever noticed that sometimes the people that have the most of something feel as if they have the least of it? Have you ever seen
Mhm.
somebody just so drop dead gorgeous, but they were so insecure?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Have you ever seen the guy who's beefed up all of his muscles, but on the inside he feels like a little lamb, and all of that was overcompensation? So you're still going to experience some type of internal pain, even if physically things look to be good. So with that being said, you might as well reap the benefits of going through some kind of pain, and to understand that part and parcel to life, to the success of life, is pain. And if you didn't experience it, how would you really know how to value the joys of life? You feel me?
Hmm.
If you didn't go through periods of drought, would you really appreciate the rain? Would you really appreciate the beauty of the morning, right? Or the beauty of the morning if you never saw pitch black night, or the opposite, right? Whatever you accomplished in life, if you gained it without going through anything, what is it worth to you? It's like hitting the lotto. I know we would all love to hit the lotto, but the vast majority of people that hit the lotto lose the lotto, right? Because they weren't prepared for that space. They didn't have the skills to carry that forward, because they didn't go through the pain of earning it in many cases. So you don't really know the value of it. Have you ever seen a child that says, they want dollars and dollars, and they want money and want this and want that, but have no idea about the value of a dollar? They know the cost of a dollar, but not the value of a dollar. How hard work brings you that, right? The sweat over your brow, right? Imagine if, I'm sure it would be great if just money was coming in, and we'd be able to do whatever we wanted with it. but I don't think we would value it. And I don't think, as a man, I'll say this: when I go out and I build something, like yesterday, when I go out and I build something, there's a different type of success that I feel when I've toiled, when I've sweat a little bit, when I've gotten my hands dirty. It's a different type of sensation, a different sense of accomplishment, right? Because I went through something. So don't be afraid to go through something. Just make sure that you go through it. This morning, I saw right before I jumped on, I saw a message from my uncle Mike. I was catching up on some messages, and he reminded me, that he didn't go, he didn't just go through something. He went through something. He reminded me of my own words, and that really touched me because I feel like we feed each other. Like in doing this with Dennis Kimbro's book, I feel like we're feeding each other, and I feel like we're reminders to each other, right? So don't be afraid, like you said, Mom, of those hard conversations, because that could be pouring into someone,
Mm-hmm.
right? That
Yeah.
little pain that you're saying is, oh, I don't want to say anything to them because it would make an uncomfortable conversation. But sometimes that's the conversation that needs to be had, right? And you won't really be able to experience that person fully. You won't be able to grow in your relationship with that person until you remove that block. Because at the end of the day, that there's a conversation that needs to be had. It's going to affect how you speak to that person, how you interact with that person, whether you pick their phone calls up or you don't, whether you um, whether you truly enjoy them or not, right? And that person could be close to you, but you haven't said anything. You haven't opened up that wound, and you can't heal what you don't reveal. So reveal those wounds. Let them air out. You know what I mean? Don't consistently just leave it there or put a band-aid over a bullet wound, because that won't heal it. Okay? Understand and
Brandon, can
acknowledge
I
the
add
fact.
something to
Yeah,
what you just
yeah.
said?
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't have the difficult conversation, then because of you don't want to create a difficult moment, right? You don't have want to have an uncomfortable moment. But when you don't, then you have an uncomfortable life, not just with
Right.
yourself, but with the people as well. So which do you choose? Like it's all about the choices that we make and why we make them or why do we not make them. So we avoid calling 911. We'll call it having a difficult conversation with people,
Yeah.
right?
911 conversations.
Right. But we don't do it. We don't want to have them because we don't want to have a moment, right? But when we don't do it, we have a lifetime of the same thing, the repetitive um, situations, conversations, disconnects. We have them. And what is it about the truth? The truth shall set you free. And
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Brandon, would you rather have peace and be free or be stuck, right? With no peace. You said it differently, but same thing. Right. So I just wanted
Yeah.
to
If
get
you
that
would you
in.
rather be
That
at
was the choice
would you rather be at war with
with the
yourself,
world
peace
itself.
with the
Yeah.
world, or would you rather have peace with yourself but be at war with the world? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think
Right.
that's the challenge of life, because it's so easy, especially today in the with the advent of social media and the um the compulsion for likes and views and followers, right? It's very easily it's very easy to get caught up in the drama of this party that we call life, right? And we forget just how fast it goes by. We forget. And one thing I like in here where it says success, by its very nature, demands a period of overcoming,
Yes.
a process by which we become strong in broken places. Have you ever come out stronger from a broken place? Have you ever thought, just why am I going through this? Like, what is the reason? I don't see why I have to experience this. I don't understand why it seems like I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, but it's not working out, or there's resistance to the goals that I want to achieve. maybe there's a lesson in it for you. Are you looking for the lesson, or are you looking for the success, right? Are you attached to the outcome, right? Or the income in some situations, and not attached to the process to get it, right? There's a process to success. And I always use analogy for like my MMA. If you don't show up for practice, how do you expect to win? My
Mhm.
there was a friend of mine son asked me, um, have you ever lost a fight? I said, I lose every day that I train. Every day that I train, I find a way to lose. He was like, what? I said, because if I don't lose in the gym, it's more likely that I'll lose in the fight. So sometimes I might just be working on my jab, and I'll limit all other things. I ain't gonna throw no kicks. Maybe 2 minutes of the first round, I'm only throwing a jab and sparring, only throwing a jab, trying to find the place for the jab. He might hit me with a two. He might throw a leg kick, and I might get hit with that, right? But all I have is a jab. Maybe I could have dodged it and done something else, but all I have is this jab. Now, my left arm might be sore after that because all I'm using is the jab, right? I might have got hit from that, but I bet you what, when I add all the other tools and weaponry as far as my cross, my kicks, my takedowns back to my arsenal within the last couple minutes of that round, my jab is better, right? My fight is better. And when I go home, I am sore. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm still bruised up. I got a wound on my knee that's been there for a month now because I have not stopped training. I just keep going and reopening it and going and trying to heal it. And I'm working on that. But I have associated, I've learned, and it may have been from that one time, Mom, when the doctor said, you're growing, where I made the connection that where there's pain, there's opportunity, right? There's a reason that it hurts you, but there's limits, right? Like the doctor told the mother, you can go, you need to make sure you watch that little girl because she could break a bone and keep on going. And we got to know when we are broken as opposed to the situation, the limit to everything. So this isn't to be a masochist. This isn't saying cut yourself and expect to be better for it. But it's saying that when you are on the path of success, do not be surprised if there's an obstacle in your way that you must overcome. But know that your success inherently is dependent on overcoming something, or it wouldn't be success. It would just be another day in the park. All right.
Mm.
So that's all I got. That's all I.
So, Brandon, I want to read this. I was trying to get it up there, James, but it kept cutting a little bit off of it, and then we'll get out of here. Um, Count it all joy when you fall into divers temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire. And this is the part that I love today: wanting nothing. Wanting
Mm,
nothing. That means realizing that you have everything you need. Wanting
mm,
nothing means to me that you realize that you have everything that you need. And
mm,
I want to point out here where it talks about the child could not feel pain. Medical experts told her mother that she must constantly watch her baby in the event that she might break a bone and continue to play on it before it could properly set or cut herself without knowing it, right? We are
mm-hmm,
we are constantly playing with a broken life
mm,
that we will not take the time to set, whether it's with a conversation, with changing the way you eat, the way you think, um, your attachments, right? All of it, whatever it is for you. But she said you must constantly watch her in the event she breaks a bone, right? And continues to play on it before it's
Right.
set.
Right.
What bones have you broken, but you continue to play on in your life? What parts of your life are so broken, but you are so set on ignoring it as if there is nothing wrong? What parts of your life? Over to you, Brandon. And then Mike had to go, so we won't be able to get anything from him. He said he
Oh,
had a meeting this morning.
okay.
I know Miss Brenda has something for us, and you
Hmm.
have, I think you were going to give us some little tips on breakfast, right? And then we'll get
Sure,
out of
sure. Yeah.
it. Okay.
So, I'm gonna give y'all some tips and then some examples of what that looks like. So, when you eat, so yesterday we spoke about what you put in your body, right? We talked about what kind of feeds your brain and body for. Why is breakfast the most important? What's called the most important? Does anybody know? Feel free to say in the chat. Why is breakfast the most important meal of the day? Mom, you got any ideas on that? Like, just while
I
people
think
maybe say something in the chat.
I remember.
Why is breakfast the most important meal of the
I
day?
think you mentioned that some time ago, Brandon. You're breaking. I don't know exactly how you said it, but it's like you're coming out from you're fasting. Really, you're coming from a fast, and so what you put you breakfast, right? What you put in your body at
Mhm.
that time is going to fuel your day. It's how you start your day, right? Something like that.
Absolutely.
It's the
Right.
fuel for yeah. It's like if you've gotten bad gas in your car and you have to do something, you have to replenish it, and not saying that you've put bad in there over the night, but it's like it's how you start, even like with your day, how you get up,
Right.
what you feel like is how you will do the day. So what you put in your body
Exactly.
will give you the
Hmm.
energy for that day or not.
Or not, right? And then and so yes, that is right in part, and I'm gonna expand on that a little bit. Tanisha, I don't know if you remember Tanisha. She used to live by Christian and Pierre on Herbert Field Base in Florida. Um, yeah,
Really?
she's on right now. Yeah, she said breaking
Oh, wow.
fast. Yeah, Mama said what's up.
Breaking
Well,
fast.
she can hear you. Yeah, she said breaking fast. And when you so you're coming out of a fasted state, right? So your body is um, very open and waiting for the nutrients, right? And not only is it most important because you're breaking the fast and whatever you start with, your body kind of soaks up, but it also tells your body what type of fuel it's going to burn today.
Hmm.
So your body can run on a number of things, right? As far as for energy, the main two types, it can either burn fat or it can burn sugars. So sugars, for example, are like carbohydrates, breads, syrup, sugar, right? Eat like bread, any type of carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are a type of sugar, whether it be starches and potatoes, things like that, or it be um, even fruit, right? While fruit has a different type of it's a different type of carb, right? A different type of sugar, right? But imagine what in the morning and your body says, okay, what am I going to use for fuel today? And you say sugar. You're going to use sugar for fuel today. So you wake up and you load your coffee with sugar. You load your pancakes with syrup, right? And you eat a bunch of bread and things like that. Well, what you're actually telling your body is that I'm going to use sugar. So what happens when you eat that sugar first thing in the morning? Your insulin spikes up, right? And with the increase in insulin spikes make you more prone for cancer, make you more prone for heart attacks. Those are two of the heart disease and cancer are two of the leading causes of death for people in America. Why? Because we have the standard American diet, or as my friend Yolanda used to say, a sad diet, standard American diet. But when you wake up in the morning, so you have to keep replenishing that sugar because the spike goes up and it goes down. So before the end of the day, your body is craving sugar throughout the day because that's the first thing that you gave it, right? So when you stop eating or you have a break in between eating, your body starts to crave that sugar. So it's looking all around your body for more sugar. And guess where it takes it from? It takes it from your muscles, right? It takes it from your glycogen reserves inside of your muscles, which decrease your energy. You start feeling lethargic and you need another sugar rush, another rush. And now you're packing on calories that are unnecessary. So conversely, if you start your day with good fats, not saturated fats, good fats, monosaccharide fats, I'm talking avocado, I'm talking coconut oil, I'm talking grass-fed butter, right? As you say, Mom, you like grass-fed butter. Um, cottage cheese, even something that's low in carbohydrates but high in good fat, saccharide fats. What that tells your body is that today I am burning fat for fuel. It's much more efficient. It doesn't cause your body to ferment, because what happens with sugar, like you get grapes, put them in a bottle and let it ferment, it turns into wine. It starts to ferment and create alcohol. And you don't want alcohol being created inside of your body, right? So I know I'm getting real about this, but it throws off your pH. It throws off your metabolic systems. It throws off your endocrine system. It throws off so many, your circulatory system, your nervous system. It throws off so many things because your body is now addicted to sugar. Do you know that sugar is more addictive, has been found to be more addictive in mice than cocaine? It is a drug. You are humans, adults are only supposed to have about 13 to, I think it's 13 to 20 or 12 to 20 grams of sugar a day, right? And there's more grams of sugar inside of one slice of bread, about 25 grams of sugar inside a slice of bread. So it goes to show you how much sugar we're eating more than we actually need. So our minds are addicted to sugar. That's why we have these micro stresses all day, because we don't eat the way we're supposed to. So let's give you a quick breakfast, right? Some people cottage cheeses. Cottage cheese, you can a little bit of sugar from like honeys and cool. So I was just informed, max for adults, because we just watched this, the max for adults throughout the day is about 43 grams, right? So I got my little fact checker over here coming in, telling is about 43 grams, but the recommended is much less than that in children, more to the lower end of about 12, 13 grams, right, for the entire day. Now imagine a bowl of Fruit Loops for your child. It has more grams of sugar right there. So you're addicting yourselves, your children, on sugar, and then you wonder why they're hyper. You wonder why they can't focus. You wonder wwhy they crash. You wonder why they're angry and upset and throwing temper tantrums. It's because they eat too much sugar. But what do parents do? Oh, it's my baby, I just want to make them happy. And you're killing your child. You're killing their brain, right? So eggs, great. All the nutrients inside of eggs. Avocados, great. All those nutrients inside of there. So imagine an egg and avocado, like a wrap, right? Or an omelet. Protein is another thing. Protein feeds the brain. So a meat, a monosaccharide fat, so sausage, eggs, avocado, right? And all carbs aren't bad. You can have a piece of toast or something like that. But in the morning time, try to keep those carbs low, your monosaccharide fats high. I want everybody to type in monosaccharide. Google will correct the spelling for you. Monosaccharide fats, meals that have monosaccharide fats, and it will give you the types of things that I just spoke to you about. Nuts, like I said, avocado, fish, salmon. A salmon omelet is great because you get protein for the brain and fats for the body. And so when you go without fat for a short period of time, remember, when you stop eating sugar for a little bit, you start having those crashes and those cravings. When you stop eating fat for a portion of time, guess what happens? After you've already started your day on fats, your body has been told today to only process fats, or to prioritize the process of fats. So your body starts to eat the fat around your body. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your body starts
So
to eat the fat around your body, like your belly, the excess fat that you have, because it has been told that it needs to process fat today. But if you would have eaten sugar, your body would not start processing that.
so Brandon, I have a
Crave more
question.
sugar. So you could be losing weight. Yeah,
I
yeah,
have
yeah.
a quick question, and I put a link out there, you guys, for the what is it? The What'd you say? What was the word? Monosaccharide.
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 So I put a link out there for you guys to take a look at from the Mayo Clinic. So let's say with this kind of diet, does it make people who are small smaller, or it
No,
just? And I know size is not the okay. Okay.
right. What it does is it regulates your blood sugar levels, right? So
Okay.
it actually gives you the ability to maintain homeostasis better. So you don't have
Okay.
these highs
Okay.
and lows. Have you ever seen somebody that would lose weight and then they gain it right back?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's oftentimes too much sugar
Okay.
being incorporated back inside of their diet, making them have those cravings, making their body go back into this hibernated state, right?
I have an
So
idea.
that's what it won't. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to have you. I'd like to have you back on a separate time to talk just about the nutritionist value for breakfast and some things. Maybe a little short show on it because it's a lot, and I could see us
Yeah.
going. But and we'll start there because they say that's one of the most important. That's the most important meal of the day, and then we could gradually get into lunch, some things you could do for lunch, and then dinner as well, even down to the timing that you eat dinner. And Miss Brenda, I don't want to leave because she's put hers out here. um, One of my go-to dinners is baked salmon seasoned with lemon pepper and garlic powder, and I squeeze fresh lemon on it, fresh asparagus drizzled with olive oil and seasoned with lemon pepper and garlic powders as well, and a half of a baked sweet potato. So that's one of her go-to dinners. What do you
Mm-hmm.
think
And
about that one, Brandon?
I think that sounds good. If you listen to had a lot of monosaccharide fats as far as like um, the olive oil,
Mm-hmm.
monosaccharide fat. I actually suggest everyone, if you can, take like a little spoonful of olive oil every day.
Mm.
That could change your life. Black seed oil is also a monosaccharide fat, right? So there's certain oils that have the omega threes, of course, things like that. But the salmon is a monosaccharide fat that's like omega 3, 6, and 9. So that feeds, and it's protein, so it feeds your brain, it feeds your body. But there's one thing do differently on that dinner, depending on what your goals are. If your goals are to lose weight, then I want to show you a way to where you can lose weight even in your sleep. How do you do that? I'll say two or three things. Delete the carbohydrates from your dinner. Sweet potato is great. It's one of the best carbohydrates that you can actually eat, and you can tell by the color. The color, it being orange, has carotene in it, right? Which is vitamin A. It's good for your eyes, things like that. But it is, potatoes are carbohydrates, so eating them at night won't produce that situation where you're burning fat in your sleep. But if you focus, let's say, mainly on that protein and maybe greens, like people call this a Paleolithic diet for dinner, meaning like greens, vegetables, anything that would grow naturally that didn't have to be processed.
Mm.
Like the sweet potato even is cool, but if you focus more on those greens, your body will actually burn more weight overnight, right? Because the focus again has been fat, and the carbohydrates aren't so easily, which has very easily accessible energy because of the sugar. So I would actually delete the carbs or minimize the carbohydrates in potatoes and fries and breads and things like that later on in the night, and instead of that, add some hot tea at night. Increase the internal body temperature of your body so you can metabolize faster. And green tea, things like that, speed up your metabolism. So I would lower the carbohydrates at night and put your sweet potatoes more for your lunch so that
Mm.
you can have that sustained energy until the nightfall. And once that sugar starts to leave, you begin to get sleepy. Okay.
Y'all better hire Brandon for them nuggets. He
But I
does
want to tell my people,
consultations. So
people on
Brandon, so we
Instagram
don't
Live,
lose.
it might go
Yeah,
out.
I want to say so we don't lose him. Let's just go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, bet. All right, y'all. So, we've been trying to keep, we went a little longer today. We meant to do 30 minutes, but we did want to get to that little nutritional part. But feel free to contact me if you need some advice on food, nutrition, workouts, anything like that. I got you. But today on May 25th, the title was Dial 911. And Daryl Stingley, the activist for the physically challenged, said that after my daily therapy, the pain in my legs feels good. It gives me hope that one day I'll be able to walk. And the affirmation that we read 3 times, one for me, one for you, and one for the person that you shouted out earlier. I'm sure y'all did it right. Of who you're inviting to the next show is the affirmation: I acknowledge that pain is natural, and I acknowledge that pain is natural, and I will overcome it. And last time, acknowledge that pain is natural, and I will overcome it.
All right.
All right, so y'all, I hope you felt that one. I hope that resonated with you. We went all around the world today, with different situations and things like that. But you know what? We woke up, we made it, we're here, and we're about to go out there. So when you go out there, great. Follow your path, follow your purpose. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Be surprised when you feel a little pain, right? Just know that where there's a little bit of pain, there's a lot of gain. What did she say? No pain, no
No
gain,
gain.
right? We ought to bump
All
that
right.
one. We should have played that. No pain,
No pain. We still
no
can.
gain, right? All right, y'all. No pain, no gain. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 7 a.m. I'm about to hop off of here and talk about this little 911 call she had.
Whatever. I'm about to
Right. Y'all
call you
take
because
care. Love y'all. See y'all
I
tomorrow.
gotta get. All right. Okay.
Same place. Oh no, they gonna catch this fade. I love y'all. Y'all take care. All right, y'all. Peace.